wrist-free planks and plank variations. Starting to make your way out toward tabletop, and if tabletop is uncomfortable, even as you move through your tabletop, using tented hands or cupcake hands, imagining you're protecting something right in the center of your palm and on your fingertips, so the wrist is actually straight. And we're gonna come all the way out into something that looks like a half plank shape, but come down onto the forearms. So elbows align under the shoulders, and there's a few different options for hands here. So palms could gently rest together in front of the gaze, fingers could interlace, or you could actually keep your palms face down. And then just notice where the rest of your body landed. Even though we're not on hands, we're still actively pressing the floor away with the forearms. We're still gently pulling the belly in and up and trying to have the hips aligned right between the knees and the shoulders. So if you get a little saggy or you find that you start to lift, see if you can find that neutral space right in the center. Stay here for another breath, or if you like, you could play with tuck the toes, float the knees, dolphin plank. And then if we're in full dolphin, lower the knees, untuck the toes. And we're gonna slide the hips back toward the heels like we're coming toward child's pose. So slide or walk those hands along with you, press into the palms, reach your hips back toward your heels and let the heart melt down between the shoulders. Lift yourself back up toward that tabletop shape. Let the hips come forward and down. Step back down onto forearms, letting those shoulders and elbows align again. And then bring your hands in and try to grab your opposite forearm with your fingers. And if you can't quite do it, bring your arms just a little closer together. And then we're gonna bring the hands back. This time we're gonna have the palms face down on the mat, and I landed in a totally awful place on my mat, so let me fix that. And then tuck the toes, float the knees. Start to walk the hands in toward the elbows, lifting the tailbone. Imagine that you're in a downward facing dog shape, trying to open your sits bones up and back, trying to lengthen your spine, letting the crown of the head gently draw toward the space between the elbows, still actively pressing the earth away with both forearms. Dolphin. Take another breath. And then from here, lowering your knees down toward the earth until they almost touch. Shoulders comes forward a little bit. Gaze comes just between the wrists. Lift those knees all the way back up. Lift the tailbone. Dolphin. Lower the knees. Let the gaze come forward between the wrists. Lift. Lower this time. Let the knees come all the way down to the earth. Untuck the toes. Reach the hips back toward the heels. Something that looks a little bit like a child's pose, but we keep the hips a little high, keep the fingers reaching, and draw the heart down between the shoulders. Lift yourself back up toward your tabletop. And in your tabletop, again, coming back to those tented fingertips, bringing your left foot just off the left edge of your mat. Slide your right foot back behind you, lifting the knee. Roll open to find the inner edge of your right foot, and then bring your right hand to your hip. You could stay here if you like, or lift the right leg, draw the toes in, reach the heel away, or unwind that hand high, gazing past the fingers as you stack the shoulder. The fingers on that left hand start to get tired. Find your way back to your tabletop. Go ahead and lower the leg if it's lifted. Slide or sweep that right hand down. Find those tented fingers. Find your table. Right foot comes just off the right edge of the mat. Left foot comes back. Roll open to find the inner edge of the foot. Left hand finds the hip and stay. Or lift the leg. Or stack the shoulders. Making your way back down. Find that stretchy child's pose again. Hands reach out, hips drop back, heart pulls down between the shoulders. And then we're gonna find our way back to a dolphin plank. So coming back down onto those forearms, checking in with your alignment. This time, we're gonna bring the hands in so your fingertips are actually pointing toward your opposite elbow. We're gonna tuck the toes and lift the knees. We're gonna keep the left hand grounded. roll onto the outer edge of your left foot, unwind your right arm, open it all the way up, stack the shoulders. Take a big inhale, bring that hand all the way back to the starting position, forearm slides in, connect the right forearm, roll to the right outer edge of the right foot, open that left hand, side, dolphin, plank, finding your way back down. Notice which arm landed in front. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, pull your hips back toward your heels, unwind your arms, stretch. And making your way back toward that dolphin shape, making sure that your other arm lands in front. Bringing those fingertips in so they're pointed toward opposite elbow. And one time, each side, dolphin, side plank. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, draw hips back toward heels, release the arms, stretch. And moving on to the next part of your practice.